Okay, another die-cast showcase for you here. This is number 2. You saw the Ferrari a few days ago. This is 1/18 scale 1986 Porsche 959 Dakar Rally car. This is made by TrueScale Models. TrueScale mostly does resin cars, and this is resin. This is not metal. So what's that mean? Well, resin for the most part means you're not going to have any opening doors, opening trunks, opening hood, or anything like that. So what you see on the outside is pretty much what you're getting. That doesn't mean they don't do any of the inside stuff. The inside is still done. You just can't open the doors to really get a better look at it. But if you take the time and you look through the windows, the interiors are done to a high standard as well. You just have to work for it a little bit more in order to see it. All the stuff on the outside is done very well. All the decals are applied. You can't see any edging or overlaps in any of the decals. They almost look like they're painted on, even though they're not. The parts on the outside that should be metal are metal. The grills in the front and in the rear, actually, they're actual grills. They're not just representations of a grill without slats in them. So that's nice to see. And TrueScale, they do a lot of subject matter that some of the other 1/18 scale manufacturers don't. I think they're the only one right now doing a 959 rally car. So if you're looking for something specific and TrueScale has it, then they're probably the only game in town. And I probably got 15 or 20 TrueScales, maybe. Probably 80% of them are Porsches. They do a lot of Porsches, so if you're into Porsches, they probably have something that you'll like, that you're looking for. This is, it's a good model. It's, this is probably in the $150 to $60 range. It kind of just depends on when you buy it and where you buy it. Sometimes you can get them for a little bit less than that, and then sometimes if they've sold out and they're no longer in production, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for them. You might have to pay closer to $200. But overall, if you like 959s, and who doesn't? I mean, this is one of the icons in Porsche history. Basically, this car won the Paris-Dakar Rally. I think it actually came 1-2, and then shortly after that, they turned it into a production car, of which only have about 200 or so actual 959s were made. None of them sold in the United States. But after a while, after 20 years or so, you could import them under the Show and Display Act. And I actually had a buddy who had a graphite metallic 959, and he was the first person to import a street legal 959 under the Show and Display Act. This was actually before Bill Gates brought his in. So it's an amazing car, twin turbochargers, over 400 horsepower, unbelievably expensive. Now I'm sure you're going to pay, I think brand new, these were $250,000 maybe. Of course, that's back in the 80s, but now, you're probably pushing 7 figures for one or more. So it's not very often that you get to see one in person, in the flesh, but they are amazing cars, and this race car is certainly an embodiment of the production car. So just wanted to give you a quick walkthrough with this. Nothing spectacular or anything like that, but if you're looking for TrueScale models, if you're looking for 959s or Porsches or anything like that, this is a good model to have. So just go on eBay. That's where I usually buy a lot of mine. Some of the die-cast companies out there that sell them replica cars, I've done business with them a lot. I'm not endorsing them or anything, but they do a nice job. So just go out there and shop around, Google, see what you find, and just get the best price for it and pick it up. I'll do a few other die casts here as I get time. I've got a bunch of other subject matter. I think I might do some muscle cars coming up. So if you like this video, like it. If I'm wasting your time and you don't want to see any more of these, please tell me in the comments and give me a thumbs down. Otherwise, subscribe if you haven't already, and take care. Thanks.